Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Gaming Quitte, the most delicious Quitte of them all, and today we'll take a look at the new Gala Dragalia remix, which features Summer Ieyasu, Summer Mitsuhide, Summer Marishiten, and Gala Leonidas. We all were really hyped to finally get a permanent version of the hot boar man from Hinomoto, but well, Cygames says no, and made the new summer units limited. We do have a few free 10-folds on this banner, so wait those out before you go out and use your resources. Also, sadly the 100 free summons will not be on this banner, but on whatever will come after it. Now that's out of the way, let's talk about the new units. Let's take a look at this stupidly attractive man, Ieyasu. He is a water sword and has a super interesting kit. His first skill, Unrelenting Waves, deals 2 hits of 450% damage, which means he deals 900% damage to the enemies and then activates a skill shift. In phase 2, the attack deals the same amount of damage but also inflicts bleed. The third phase also doesn't change the amount of damage but inflicts bleed and frostbite while also dispelling buffs. Here's the kicker though. When you use the skill in phase 1 or phase 2, the skill instantly becomes ready again. So you basically can spam this skill 3 times as soon as you have filled it up once. After the third use, you have to refill the gauge again. This is pretty crazy and explains the comparably low damage mods. Because if we combine all 3 phases into one big damage pool, it goes up to 2700% depending on how you use it. When you share the skill, it always uses phase 3 version, which makes the skill a really good shared skill since it can inflict bleed and frostbite while also dispelling a buff. And the costs for it aren't even that high either. Summer Ieyasu's second skill, Worm Craze Wave, deals 1 hit of 2100% damage. It gets a damage modifier of 100% against bleeding enemies. The skill also has another version, but not really as a skill shift, but it just switches between both versions every time you use it. When you use the skill the second time, it deals the same amount of damage and has that bleed punisher, but it also grants Ieyasu a strength amp with a maximum team amp level of 3. Ieyasu is a sword unit and he has the standard Dragon Haste co-ability. His chain co-ability gives a strength buff of 13% for 15 seconds whenever the unit inflicts frostbite. This will not activate again for 10 seconds once it did. His abilities are pretty straightforward. His first ability gives Ieyasu a 15% increase of the critical rate against bleeding enemies. He is a stun res unit and he always has a 20% increase of his crit damage mods. Ieyasu's kit sounds like a lot of fun. Thanks to Curse of Nihility not killing skill shift mechanics anymore, he will be able to shine throughout all kinds of content. He also has everything built in that I enjoy in a character. He has increased crit rate and damage, a fun skill shift mechanic and strength amps. He also has that sweet abs of his and that wonderful smile and, well, I think just, he's neat. Since he's going to be a limited... See, I'm getting flustered here. Since he is going to be a limited unit and he's a fan favorite, this is another one of those cases where he could be the worst unit in the game and we would all happily spend our Wehrmight to get him. And no, I'm not gonna re-record this because why would I? Before we continue, if you enjoyed this video and you haven't subscribed yet, please remember to do so and ring the bell to never miss a video from me. Someone bring a mousetrap, we got a big one here. Oh wait, it's just Summer Mitsuhide. The Worm Clan leader is once again a dagger unit, but this time of the fire element. Let's talk about her second skill first, because it comes into play when we take a look at her first skill. When Summer Mitsuhide uses Dance of the Cornered Mouse, which is just a ridiculously long skill name, the skill grants her a Sizzling Flower. This effect can stack up to 3 times. When Mitsuhide uses the skill again, it grants her a Sizzling Flower and a Strength Amp with a maximum Team Amp level of 3. The required skill energy isn't too high, which means she might be able to ramp up the Strength Amps pretty nicely. Her first skill, Summer Mouse's Revenge, deals 11 hits of 102% damage to the enemy, which runs up to 1122% damage. It also inflicts Scorch Rend. When Mitsuhide has at least one Sizzling Flower, the skill changes. It now deals 20 hits of 90% damage and an additional hit of 349%, meaning it deals 2149% in total. It now doesn't inflict Scorch Rend anymore though, but instead deals more damage to Scorch Rend enemies. Something that's really cool, the higher your combo count, the higher the damage modifiers against Scorch Rend enemies goes up to 150% at 50 hits. Since she is a dagger unit, hitting 50 hits should really be no problem, especially in the fire element, which has several units that can extend the combo timer. The really cool thing about this skill version though, it does consume one sizzling flower, but it also instantly readies the skill on top of her skill list again, basically meaning this skill. So if she has several sizzling flowers at her disposal, Summer Mitsuhide can cause big mouse mayhem with this skill. But there is a small catch in her first ability, which we will talk about soon. Summer Mitsuhide has the standard dagger core ability, which increases critical rate by 10%. Her chain core ability gives a wind resistance buff by 10% when the combo count is 10 or higher. Her first ability, Squeaky Scramble, reduces the damage for her first skill and dragon skills when the enemy is in break state by 15%. She does get an increased attack rate by 5% though. Her attack rate goes up by another 10% when she has her first skill available for use, basically helping her deal more damage when the enemy is in break state this way. Something to note, we don't know if she or Ieyasu have unique attack animations, that could always happen, but I don't feel like it's the case here. Summer Mitsuhide is a sleep res unit and has a built-in score trend punisher of a whooping 35%. So I feel like Summer Mitsuhide is a fun unit, which can go wild with her normal attacks if wanted, but can also cause big mayhem with her first skill if played right. I also like that when she has a sizzling flower, she doesn't cause score trend to not overcap on resistance, but instead causes more damage. Paired with Summer Alex, this means she could possibly be always using her score trend punishers and deal really nice damage. I'm extremely happy for Mitsuhide fans that she got an ult with a cool kit, but Nobunaga, Summer Nobunaga is in the back of her art and I personally would have loved to have her. Thigh Theology for the win! Anyway, I usually don't really want new dragons because I'm more of a unit collector, but Summer Marishiten is someone I kinda want really badly. She's so badass. She's one of my favorite dragons to play as and her summer version looks so good. In this alt version, she's a water dragon instead of a shadow dragon. Her dragon skill, Barreling Boars, deals one hit of 1800% damage, inflicts bleed and grants a strength amp with a maximum team amp level of 2. This is really cool, especially on a unit like Ieyasu, who as a sword unit usually can shapeshift a bit more often and who can give himself strength amps. Her abilities also are looking pretty nice. She is once again a strength dragon giving a 70% strength buff on water units. Her second ability fills 100% of the skill gauges at the start of the fight, which is already amazing, and she also increases the unit's skill damage by 30% if they have a strength amp. Honestly, this is, in my personal opinion, absolutely amazing. So basically, if everything aligns correctly, you can have a 70% strength buff and a 40% skill damage buff, and you can instantly go wild at the start of a fight. I really hope I can get her. Her kit seems nice and she looks so cool, and I'm pretty sure she's going to be amazing on Humanoid Mercury. Aside from new summer units, there's also another really good unit on this banner, Gala Leonidas. He's extremely useful in the Dominion boss series and whatever, he's really good just in general. I talked about him way back when he was released. The video for that is on my channel and the link is in the top right corner right now. Overall, I would say this is a pretty dang good banner to summon on, especially since all of those units are limited, although Leonidas comes back around a bit more often, but they're not on grade up. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like and tell me in the comments below what you think about this banner and if you will summon on it, aside from the free summons. If you haven't already, also join our Discord to discuss not only Dragalia Lost stuff, but other games and things like anime with the awesome people there. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.